for trusting our son with your precious only daughter. We promise that he'll take good care of her. I should be thanking you for being willing to welcome her into your family. She can be a bit immature sometimes, so please do be patient with her. Her mom spoiled her so much, and that's why she turned out like this. She's very clueless about how the world works, so if you think there's anything she needs to learn, please don't hesitate to teach her. And don't hesitate to give her a bit of tough love if you think she needs it.
Oh, honey, you're being far too harsh on her. All young people are a bit clueless these days, wouldn't you say? You sure are right. My kids are definitely clueless. They're, what do you call it again? Milliners and Jennies?
It's millennials and Gen Z, Mom. Jeez, you're so embarrassing sometimes. I mean, it's a new generation. Most of us grew up not really wanting for anything. And of course there's the fact that people are having less kids. So there are lots of only children who grew up without having to share with siblings. People won't put up with their in-laws telling them what to do anymore, you know? Instead of just going along with it, people would rather just get divorced. Don't worry, it's actually reassuring to hear that you guys are so progressive. But still, I don't want you going around thinking that it's okay to say whatever you like. Thinking that there will be no consequences. Alright, Summer? She went to college abroad, and she's got all these fancy ideas in her head now. You see, she isn't really used to the way things work around here. So, please do excuse her.
Dad, please, it's not like I spent my entire life away. I was born and raised in the US, and I went to school here until I was 18. I'm not completely ignorant to the way people do things here. Right, honey?
Of course you're not, sweetie. My parents really, really like you, and they're always saying how lovely and polite you are when you come over. Shh, calm down, baby. Oh, that's it. That's a good girl. Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. She just won't stop crying. She's only 3 months old, so please excuse her manners. She's really not sleeping too well at the moment, so she's very cranky during the day. Oh my goodness, you poor thing! George, please give your poor wife a break. Take the baby off her hands for a second.
Oh, of course. I am so sorry, honey. Pass her over to me. I'll take her outside and watch her until she calms down.
Oh no, don't worry about it, honey. It's your brother's engagement dinner, after all. It's better for me to excuse myself than you. I just wanted to apologize to everyone for all the noise she's making, and just to let everyone know that the reason I'm not joining the party is that I just can't get her to settle down. The moment I try and set her down, she just immediately starts crying again. So it looks like I won't be having my dinner anytime soon. Oh goodness, I remember when Summer was that small. She would cry the house down, I'm telling you. It must be so hard for you. Oh, it's fine, don't worry about me. I'll head back and try and see if she'll go down now. Don't you worry, honey. Finish your dinner and have a nice time, okay?
But at this rate, poor Rose isn't going to be able to have a bite to eat.
Well, after we've finished here, I'll watch the baby and you can take Rose out to get something nice to eat. She's barely been able to touch her dinner, bless her heart. She deserves to have a break and a little treat now and again. I know how hard it is to be a first-time mother, and I know how exhausted she must be feeling right now. You're so lovely to your daughter-in-law. It's very lovely to see. It seems like you guys are very much the modern family. Well, why wouldn't I be nice to her? I think of her as my own daughter. And besides, as I said, I understand what she's going through. Being at home all alone with the baby all day does drive you crazy sometimes, you know.
Oh, is Rose a stay-at-home mom?
Yes, she is for now. She's taking a break from work after having a baby. It would be so lovely if you two would have a baby soon as well. It would be nice for the baby to have a cousin close in age, wouldn't it? Oh yes, that would be wonderful. I only have the one daughter, you see, so I would love to have lots of grandchildren.
Oh no, it's really not as nice as it seems. Look how hard it is for Rose to be looking after just the one baby. I don't want my precious Summer to suffer like that. I think it's best to just have the one child and focus on giving them the best life possible, instead of having lots of children and risking not being able to give them all the attention they need.
Well, I suppose we have to leave it up to them to decide, don't we? It's not up to the grandparents to choose how many grandchildren they want now, is it? Even though we may be their parents, we do need to accept that our children are all grown up now. They're adults who are married with families of their own, and we need to be okay with the fact that we don't have the right to interfere with that. After seeing George and Rose happily married, I've realized that it's the best policy to let them make their own decisions.
I couldn't agree more. At first, I was sticking my oar in when it wasn't wanted and giving my opinion when poor George never asked for it. I'm grateful that he's such a nice and patient young man. Any other child would surely have called me an interfering old woman. Now I realize that it isn't a parent's place to try and be an authoritative figure after their child has grown up and flown the nest. I'm happy to support him and Rose from the sidelines with whatever they decide is best for them and the little one.
That's right. Times are changing and we can't be holding our children back with old-fashioned views.
Oh gosh, I'm so hungry I think I might die. I'm so grateful to your mom for watching Sophie while we go out. I can finally breathe for a second. It does make me feel a bit guilty, though, to be this happy to have a break from looking after my own daughter.
Don't be silly, honey. You're only human. You need to take a rest every now and again. I did tell you, you should have just stayed at home with Sophie and I could have gone to dinner at my parents' house by myself. I'm sure they would have understood.
How could I not have gone when it was Callum's engagement dinner? It's a special day for your family, so I wanted to be there. I really wanted to meet Summer because I couldn't be there when you brought her over to meet your parents before. That was the day Sophie was throwing up so much that I had to take her to the hospital. Oh, goodness. Everyone says that having a baby is hard, but you don't realize just how hard it is until you do it yourself. She's so unpredictable, and nothing ends up going the way I thought it would go at all.
It makes me really sad to see you so down, honey. You're always so confident and full of life. I do worry whether we are capable of being the best parents possible for Sophie.
It's just that the unpredictability of it all is really wearing me down. I'm used to being able to assess a situation and taking the most logical steps to solve all the problems. But you just can't do that with a baby. But we need to be more positive. We were so excited to be parents after all, and being a stay-at-home mom is something I decided to do because I wanted to.
You do know that it's okay to hire a nanny if things get too much for you, right? Nobody will think less of you as a mother.
No, there's no need to go as far as hiring a nanny yet. I'm not that tired, honestly. I'll keep on trying my best, and if I really can't take it, then I'll think about hiring a nanny. And we do have the cleaner come in twice a week, so I don't have to worry too much about chores on top of looking after Sophie, so it really isn't too bad. Anyway, what's Summer like? I didn't really get a chance to talk to her properly because I was so busy looking after Sophie.
To be honest, I think she's a little bit immature. She's an only child, so she seems to think that the world revolves around her. She kept piping up and making all sorts of comments that I don't really think are appropriate when you're at the dinner table with your future in-laws.
Oh, bless her. That's kind of cute in a way. Didn't you say that she's quite young?
She's 28, so I guess you could say she's on the younger side, considering that lots of people are waiting until after 30 to get married these days. She went to college abroad and she got a job over there right away. So she seems to be doing quite well for herself career-wise, despite still being quite young.
I'm not jealous of her for having a demanding career, but I am jealous of her youth. I'm definitely past my prime now.
What are you talking about? In my eyes, you're the most beautiful woman in the world. More beautiful than even Scarlett Johansson or Margot Robbie.
Aw, honey, you do flatter me. It's all nonsense, of course, but thank you for saying that. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy. But anyway, I'm so happy that Callum has finally found someone. I was actually getting quite worried about him. He was always so focused on studying and never seemed to make time for dating. I was even thinking about setting him up with someone, you know. But then he went abroad all of a sudden, so I never had the chance to.
Yeah, I get what you mean. And I can definitely see why you'd be worried about him. You're so outgoing and you always take the initiative. And Callum is the complete opposite to that. He must seem like an alien creature to you sometimes. Come to think of it, I guess you don't actually really know Callum that well at all, do you? He went abroad so soon after we got married, so he's barely been around since you became part of the family.
That is true, but your mom talks about him so much that it feels like I know him anyway. She was always saying how he's so studious, unlike someone else I know.
Well, I'm just the type who plays hard, and he's just the type who works hard. And both of us have done well for ourselves in the end, haven't we? I'd say I'm the better of the two, though, since things have fallen into place for me without me having to study as hard as he did.
Yes, I got lucky and married the best brother.
Oh, my precious baby. I can't believe you're getting married. My little girl, all grown up. It's too much for my heart to take. My precious treasure is really flying the nest now. Oh gosh, I think I'm going to faint. I just feel so emotional right now. Time has flown by so fast. I'm sorry. Can someone please pass me a tissue? My beautiful baby, torn from our mother's arms. Oh gosh, you'd think we were at a funeral, not a wedding with all those tears. I would die of embarrassment if I was ugly crying like her at my daughter's wedding. And why does she have to make such a long speech? I just said a few short words. Nobody wants to hear her droning on. I wish you all the best, sweetheart. And I wish you nothing but happiness for your new life with Callum. Oh God, I really do need to watch myself with Summer. One wrong word and I'll have that mother of hers to answer to. I'm sure she'll accuse me of all sorts, saying I'm some kind of tyrannical mother-in-law and start making a scene.
Honey, do you see the look on your mom's face? She looks terrified.
I mean, do you blame her? Summer's mom's speech. Well, you can hardly call it a speech. It's enough to make anyone uncomfortable. She didn't give this impression when we met her before, but I suppose she's getting carried away with her emotions.
I suppose the reality of her daughter getting married has really started to hit her, and it's too much for her to take. But even so, it is a bit embarrassing to watch. I think I see Summer's dad tearing up as well. I guess they're just a bit of an emotional couple, and she is their only child after all. Oh, no, wait. Maybe he isn't tearing up?
Nope. I think he's just got something in his eye and he's trying to get it out.
Wow. There's a huge difference in their reaction to their daughter's marriage, huh? I think it's pretty obvious which parent has been spoiling her all this time.
Look at my mom's face. She looks disgusted.
Shh, don't say that so loud. She probably doesn't want to let on how awkward she feels right now, so let's not draw attention to her.
It's plastered all over her face, though. Oh, my goodness. Hi, princess. Are you awake?
Oh, so she is. It must be a little too noisy for her in here. Honey, you go on ahead and enjoy the rest of the wedding. I think I'll have to step out and tend to her. Make sure you show me all the photos and videos later. Come on then, princess. Let's get going. Shh, now. There's no need to cry.
All right, see you later, honey.
Whoa, did your brother really give us this much money as a wedding gift? It's really nice of them and everything, but this is way too much.
Yeah, apparently they gave us $500. Isn't that crazy? I was so shocked I called him to ask if he'd made a mistake, and he said that they did actually mean to give us that much. He said to thank Rose more than him, as it was apparently her idea to give us that much.
Oh, really? I guess they can afford it since George runs his own business, but still, it's super generous. But it doesn't sit well with me that Rose is the one that suggested giving us that much. After all, it's not really her money, is it? George is the one working and earning money at the moment, so shouldn't he be the one who has more of a right to decide what they do with it?
I guess she must be the one pulling the purse strings in their relationship. I don't really know much about their relationship dynamic, to be honest, though. I was away so much that I never really got to know her.
Well, it seems to me that she must be a bit of a gold digger, to be honest. I mean, it's not like she has a job or anything. All she does is sit at home while her husband goes to work. She must think she can have an easy life, living off the money he earns. I'm sure she has a great time using his money however she likes.
I think you're being a bit harsh on her, honey. It's not like she sits at home doing nothing all day. She's raising a child, basically all by herself. That sure doesn't look like an easy task to me. And besides, I think she was running her own business before she got pregnant, so it's not like she lacks capability.
She was running a business? I find that quite hard to believe, if I'm honest with you. Would a career woman who ran her own business drop everything to become a stay-at-home mom? I don't think so. Well, maybe she was running her own business, but I can't see it as being anything more than selling clothes online. These days, so many women set up a website and sell clothes online, acting like it's some kind of big business venture. It's quite sad how they think so much of themselves for doing it, when it's something that everyone is doing nowadays.
Oh, really? Well, as I said, I don't actually know that much about her, so I couldn't say for sure.
It seems like George was super naive to fall for a woman like her. There are so many women like that, you know? They're only willing to work until they find a suitable husband. Then they're happy to throw away their careers for a comfortable life at home, leeching off their husband's money.
But no matter how career-driven they may be, every woman needs to take some kind of a break from work if they want to have a baby. There's actually giving birth, then there's the recovery time, etc. Isn't that what maternity leave is for?
Well, my friend just had a baby, and she only took 3 months of maternity leave, you know. I don't see why anyone would need more time off than that. I mean, she's the only friend I have who's had a baby, but I mean, if she can go back to work after 3 months, I don't see why Rose can't. I really don't see how there are so many women who think it's perfectly okay to just sit on their butts after having a baby and push their work to one side. I hear about all sorts of women who think that having a baby is a good excuse to just give up on everything. I really can't believe those kinds of people exist in our society in this day and age. I thought we were a modern and progressive society that celebrated the working women. But there are clearly still lots of women who would rather let us down by conforming to the traditional idea that being a mother is something great that we should all aspire to do. It really makes me angry, you know.
Oh, well, I'm not really sure about that, but you're so smart, honey. I'm sure everything you say is right. After all, it's thanks to you that I'm the man I am today. I was just a sad little nerd with no social skills when we first met. If it wasn't for you, I think I may never have come out of my shell.
It's because I have a good eye for potential. I saw that you were a diamond in the rough, but I knew that you needed my help for other people to be able to see that. Oh, look, honey, we're boarding now. I can't believe we're going on our honeymoon. I am so excited.
Oh my goodness. You didn't need to bring us all these gifts back from your honeymoon. Although I do love the smell of this perfume. You're right, Linda. It smells divine. And the bottle is beautiful as well. You really have great taste, Summer. I love my sunglasses as well. Thank you so much, Summer. They're so useful as well. You'll see me wearing them all the time when the weather gets better.
Aw, you're welcome, Rose. I thought you wouldn't really have the time to put makeup or perfume on when you're so busy looking after Sophie, so I thought that sunglasses would be the best gift for you.
Sophie, why don't you say hello to your Auntie Summer and Uncle Callum? Oh, is she awake?
Hey there, Princess! Come to Grandpa! Oh my goodness, she is getting heavy!
Oh, sorry, Gary. I'll take her for you. It's her feeding time, so I'll take her and just step out a second. Oh gosh, look at me. I'm a terrible host. You've all been here for ages and I haven't so much as offered anyone a cup of coffee. I'll just head to the kitchen to make some coffee and grab a few snacks. Sorry, everyone. I'll come and help you, Mom. There's no way you can carry that many coffee cups in by yourself. Thanks, sweetie. Oh, don't you worry, Summer. You just sit down and make yourself comfortable.
Okay, I'm no use at making coffee anyway. I'm always putting too much or too little milk in.
Yes, you just relax there, Summer. You're still a guest in our home after all.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Gary. I'm not too good at doing the housework or anything either because I'm always so busy at work. But I'm sure that's not a problem for you, is it, Linda? After all, expecting a woman to stay at home and do housework is such an outdated idea, isn't it?
Oh, yes, that's fine, sweetheart. We're not some kind of strict and traditional household, so you have nothing to worry about in that department.
Even so, what about cooking? If you say you can't even make a coffee, that doesn't fill me with confidence about your cooking abilities. I know for sure that Callum won't be much help. He can barely make toast, let alone cook a meal for two. Don't tell me that the two of you are planning to eat out every day, are you?
Oh, it's fine, Gary. There are so many food delivery services these days that are cheap and healthy, so we don't need to worry too much. And anyway, Callum and I both developed more simple tastes while living overseas, so we mostly eat things like salads that are cheap and easy to prepare. Don't we, honey?
Oh yeah, I love salads. But no matter how much she talks herself down, Summer actually is quite a good cook, and everything she makes is always really tasty. Ouch!
What's wrong, son?
Let's have a little look, shall we? Oh, it seems like there's something sharp stuck in between the sofa cushions here, and Callum has sat right on it.
Huh? Oh dear, what is it?
Honey, why did you pinch?
Shh! Why are you sitting there blabbing on about how much of a good cook I am? Do you want me to be roped into doing all the chores? I already told you I'm not going to do anything to help around your parents' house. Whether it's cooking, cleaning, making coffees. I'm a career woman, Callum, and I will not be reduced to a housewife just because we're at your parents' house and helping them out is the nice thing to do. It's the 24th century, and I'm making a statement. I'm a pioneer for modern women, shaking off the shackles of domestic chores.
But, honey, nobody has told you to do anything. I told you before, my mom would never force you to do housework if you weren't comfortable with it. Summer, what would you like to drink? There's coffee, but if that isn't to your taste, there's also apple juice, lemonade, and a few different types of tea. Oh, there's a nice herbal tea that Rose bought us as a gift as well, if you'd like some of that.
Oh, I'll just have some coffee. Thank you, Linda.
Wow, Summer really is lazy. She didn't even offer to help out with the coffees. Now that she's married to Callum, she's not a guest in my parents' house anymore. She's one of the family, so I think she could have at least pretended to want to help. But no, she refuses to even lift a finger. I know she's not that much younger than us, but it seems like she's from a completely different generation that doesn't have any manners.
Yeah, I do see where you're coming from. It would kind of not be as bad if she were just a bit thoughtless, but it's more like she's deliberately going out of her way to be unhelpful. It's like she's trying to make some kind of point.
Right? And the fact that everyone was helping with the dinner preparations except her and my dad. It was just really awkward to just see the two of them sitting there doing nothing, barely even talking.
Right? And the fact that your dad so deliberately moved to sit right next to her. I know that his intention was probably to make her feel less awkward, but in reality, it just made the whole situation a million times more awkward. Especially when we all know that he always usually helps with the dinner prep and cleanup with the rest of us, and he was going out of his way to make her feel more comfortable. If she was going to insist on not helping out with dinner, she could have at least watched Sophie for a while the rest of us did it.
You're so right. If anything, you should have been the one having a rest. You're the one who's exhausted from looking after Sophie. What's she so exhausted from, huh? It makes my blood boil, honestly. Come here, honey. Let me rub your shoulders a little bit. They must be so stiff.
Aw, thanks, honey. But honestly, today wasn't all that different from any other day. I was just doing the things that I normally do when we visit your parents, and they're always considerate of me and to help out with Sophie when they can, so it hasn't really been that bad today. Honestly, it makes me so annoyed. Your parents are the loveliest people in the world. Some girls get stuck with awful in-laws who treat them like garbage, but your parents are literally every girl's dream in-laws. I don't know why Summer has taken it into her head to go out of her way to be so unhelpful. Nobody has asked her to do anything, and nobody expects her to act like a domestic servant. It's just nice to make things a little bit easier for Linda when she's so nice as to make coffees and dinner for everybody. Honestly, I don't see why it's so hard. She didn't even have to do anything. Just making a show of trying to help would have been better than her taking that attitude.
I don't know. I guess maybe she's a bit sensitive about her career woman image being ruined if she's seen doing any kind of housework. Oh, goodness. Our little princess is all sound asleep now. Let's hope and pray that she sleeps soundly through the night now. Shall we head to sleep now as well?
All right. Ah, it's such a shame that Sophie is growing up so fast. With babies, you blink and they've grown an inch already. I really do wish she would slow down already. I want to enjoy her still being a baby while I still can.
I hope that she does grow up fast, so that you'll be able to go back to work soon. Things are getting a little hard for me to manage.
I know things are hard now, but they will get better, I promise. Let's hang on in there. We both know that we're trying our best after all.
Girl, you need to tell us all about your honeymoon. How was it? Well, I guess it probably wasn't actually that exciting for you guys since you both lived abroad for so long.
Of course it was still exciting. We'd never been to the Maldives before. I wish I was still there. It was over in the blink of an eye.
Oh, you went to the Maldives? That's fancy. It must have been really nice there.
It was so nice. But when we came back, we headed straight to Callum's parents' house to give them some gifts we bought on the trip. It made me feel like I was crashing back to reality far too soon. We're going round to his parents' house way more than I thought we would be, you know?
Oh, you bought gifts for your in-laws. What did you get them?
Oh, I got my mother-in-law a perfume set. I got my sister-in-law some sunglasses. I got my father-in-law a belt. And for my brother-in-law, I got...
Whoa. Sounds like you're really dedicated to your in-laws already. Are you sure it's a good idea to give them that impression? I told you not to be too nice to them, didn't I? If you're too nice to them, they'll start taking you for granted and make you do all sorts of things around the house for them. But it seems like you didn't listen to me at all if you're already pandering to them like that.
Wait, what? I'm not pandering to them. I just thought it would be nice to get them a few gifts from the honeymoon. And anyway, my brother-in-law gave us $500 as a wedding gift. I had to show that I was grateful for that.
$500? Wow, that's a lot to give just as a wedding gift. They must be really well off.
Yeah, it seems that way. My brother-in-law runs a business, so I guess he must be doing quite well with it if they can afford a gift like that. They can afford for my sister-in-law to be a stay-at-home mom as well.
Oh, is she one of those that quits their job as soon as they get pregnant and never looks back? Ugh, I really hate women like that, you know? The type of woman who leeches off a man and thinks it's okay to just live comfortably off his salary is the worst type there is.
I mean, I did hear that she wouldn't have quit her job if she didn't have a baby. The baby isn't even 3 months old, so I guess it would be hard for her to go back to work when the baby is still so dependent on her.
What a married woman should and shouldn't do is always a difficult topic, isn't it?
I did warn you that a woman's life changes after she gets married, but I see you're still looking at marriage through rose-tinted glasses. Do you really think that your in-laws are always going to be nice to you? Think again. I don't think there's a single mother-in-law who actually likes her daughter-in-law in this world. They may seem nice now, but it's only a matter of time until they make you do this and that and start treating you like a maid whenever you go to their house. They'll make you feel a false sense of security and then pounce when you least expect it. I'm telling you. So whenever you go round to your in-laws' house, don't even think about lifting a finger to help them. The moment you do, you've already sealed your fate.
But if you don't even offer to help, surely that just comes across as rude, and then your in-laws will end up feeling a little resentful towards you. I mean, even at my own house, I'll get scolded for not helping out with the dishes every now and again.
But I never did any chores when I lived with my parents.
Ah, I'm sorry. I forgot you were the lady of the manor growing up. But seriously, if you resolve to not help out at all at your in-laws' house, it's just going to make both you and Callum look bad. And it's not like your in-laws have done anything bad to you or anything. If you start burning bridges with them this early on in your marriage, you might regret it later.
Don't listen to her, Summer. She doesn't know what she's talking about. I'm telling you, under no circumstances should you agree to help out at your in-laws' place. You have to stand firm in your refusal. Do you understand me? Why should you be expected to do anything? There isn't really a good reason, is there?
Well, I guess if my sister-in-law is going to be spending all day sitting on her backside, she can be the one to help them with their chores. And there won't be any need for me to do anything.
I think it's a bit unfair to say that raising a child counts as sitting on her backside. Don't you think?
Well, of course looking after a baby is hard, but going out to work every day is much harder. I should know, since I'm a hard-working mum, and I am telling you that the working part is the hardest part. It's 1,000,000 times harder than the mum part. Trust me.
Right? That's what I was thinking.
So whatever you do, stand your ground when it comes to your in-laws. Got it? Keep my warning in mind this time, okay?
I really don't think that there's any reason to give such extreme advice. But then, if I say something, Susie will just say, "Well, you're not married, so what do you know? Stay out of this." Sure. But seriously, she's going way too over the top with her warnings about in-laws. It's making me really uncomfortable, and I'm worried that Summer will actually take her advice.
I was right to be careful around being too nice to my in-laws. Who on earth calls their daughter-in-law over on the weekend to help with baking? What a waste of time. And it's such bad timing that Callum's been urgently called into work.
Oh, Summer, you're here. I've unlocked the door for you, so you can just come right in.
Okay, thanks, Linda. I'm coming in now. Okay, let's take this opportunity to stand firm and tell her that I won't be doing any more things like this. Susie was right. I should have listened to her from the beginning. After all, she's been married for way longer than I have, so she knows about these things much more than I do. Hey, Linda, it's so lovely to see you. Callum got called into work on urgent business, so he wasn't able to come today. He told me to apologize to you on his behalf.
It's lovely to see you too, Summer. Oh, that's okay. It will actually be nice for us girls to have some bonding time. Oh, goodness. You look lovely today, but that dress is far too nice to wear while we're baking. Even if you wear an apron, the flour is going to go everywhere. Just you wait a second. We're a similar size, so I'll go and find you some more comfortable clothes for you to change into.
Baking? Oh, I'm sorry. There must have been some kind of misunderstanding. You see, I'm just here to eat the cakes, not make them. Why would I need to change my clothes just to eat a few cakes? I can put up with some crumbs on my dress.
What? Rose is already in the kitchen making a start on the cakes. I called you both here because I thought it would be nice for us to do some baking together. I only have my 2 sons, you see, so I was so excited to finally have some daughters to do girly things with. Rose and I regularly bake together at the weekend, and I thought it would be nice for you to join us too, Summer. We are all a family now, after all. What do you say? Why don't you slip into something more comfortable and join us? Yeah, come on, Summer. It's really fun. Linda doesn't like to brag about it, but some of her acquaintances often commission her to batch bake cakes for events and parties because they know how good her recipes are. Sometimes she gets quite big orders, so I come and help her out every so often. And like she said, it's a really fun way for us girls to bond with each other. It doesn't feel like hard work at all. The message clearly said that we would be doing lots of baking today. It just seems a little strange to me that you could misunderstand when it was so clearly stated.
Oh, I thought you meant that you guys would be baking and I'd just be coming to sample the finished product.
Of course not! I wanted us all to do it together. That's why I messaged you, silly. Do you not even want to help us with this? It's really not that hard.
Well, I've never baked anything in my life before, so I don't actually know how to. I don't know how much use someone who can't bake will be to you guys. I'll surely just be in the way.
Oh, don't worry about that, Summer. Linda is the one doing most of the hard work anyway. We're just here for support and the finishing touches. Why don't you just give it a try? I didn't really know much about baking either until I started helping Linda, you know. If you really don't have any clue, you can just help by putting the cupcake mixture into the cupcake cases. We've got quite a few batches to get through, but with 3 of us, it should be all done in no time. Or if you'd rather not get your hands dirty touching the gloopy mixture, you can help decorate the ones that are already cooked. The buttercream is in one of those special pipes, so all you have to do is squeeze it in a little circular motion and you're all done. Or is this still too much for you?
I don't understand why I have to do this when Rose is here.
All she does is sit around at home anyway, so she should be fine with giving up a bit more time at the weekend. I'm a working woman, you know. My free time is scarce, so my weekends are very precious to me. I don't think I should be expected to give my relaxation time up for something like baking. Well said, Summer. You're really establishing your boundaries with your mother-in-law. I can't have her thinking that I'm always going to be at her beck and call.
Excuse me, Summer. Did you just say what I think you just said? To my face?
Yes, I did. Well, did I say anything wrong? You're a stay-at-home mom, after all, aren't you? Surely lounging around at home all week isn't so hard that you can't give up your weekend to bake a few cakes. Don't you think it's right for you to be doing this kind of thing and not me? A career woman of high caliber like me shouldn't be doing this kind of housewifey stuff.
Oh, so you're saying I'm a stay-at-home mom because I'm a woman of low caliber? Are you saying you think I'm good for nothing and have nothing better to do, so I might as well use my time to help out Linda? Are you saying that you think you're better than me, and that's why you think you shouldn't be helping out, but I should? I can't believe that I'm hearing this.
That's right. Do you know how much money I make in a month? You couldn't even imagine. Okay, this is good, I think. Susie said that I needed to be forceful to get my point across and to refuse to help out under any circumstances. I'm not like you. I don't spend all day at home, and I would never condescend to do such silly little chores like this.
Oh, you wouldn't, would you? What on earth makes you think that having a good job that makes you lots of money makes you above doing a little baking? Well, that settles it then. Rose, you can head home now, darling. Go grab your coat and leave this to us. You and I are going to do this together. Just the two of us, young lady.
Ouch! Linda, did you seriously just throw a pair of rubber gloves at my face? Are you seriously trying to make me do this right now? Against my will?
Will you be quiet for just a second, you stupid girl? I'm just doing exactly what you said you think is right. I'm making it so the most skilled, highest-earning person in the room doesn't have to condescend to do such lowly housework. Us lower-caliber people will do it all instead. Do you get what I'm saying now?
What are you talking about? Rose is just some stay-at-home mom who doesn't do anything useful. How can you say that a woman who stays at home and does nothing but housework is a higher-caliber worker than me?
How can you, as a fellow woman, stand there and say such ridiculous things? Are you saying that you wouldn't take time off work if you had a baby? Do you think she's taking some kind of vacation? She's on maternity leave, for goodness sake. She had a baby less than 3 months ago. She's already going through enough, both mentally and physically, so she does not need you insulting her integrity on top of all that.
I didn't insult her integrity. And did I say anything that wasn't true? She and I are on completely different levels, aren't we? If she was so skilled, why would she do something like become a stay-at-home mom?
Well, you really just keep blabbering on and blabbering on when you don't know the half of it. You really need to get down off your high horse for a second and think before you start judging situations that you know nothing about. Have you not figured it out yet, you ignorant little girl? Rose is the CEO of a company with more than 80 employees. She is not a stay-at-home mom. For the last time, she is on maternity leave. She's only taking a short break right now while Sophie is still dependent on her, and George is filling in for her and managing things while she's gone. Well, go on then. Tell me how many people work under you then, you capable career woman. Oh, wait, that's right. You're nobody's boss. You're just a regular employee.
What? I don't understand what's going on right now.
What's there to not understand? That Rose runs her own company and has an annual salary that you could only dream of. Well, the only reason that you were acting all high and mighty is because you thought that you were the highest earning person in the room, wasn't it? How does it feel knowing that's not the case? Rose, why don't you tell Summer how much you made in sales last year? I'm not sure if I'm super comfortable talking about this.
Linda, thank you so much for defending me, but let's all calm down for a second, shall we? How about you take a rest and I'll take Summer aside and explain everything to her properly, okay? I kept letting her off the hook, you know. I kept saying things to myself like, this is just the way young people are these days. It's a generational thing. But I really couldn't take it anymore. She's just so blatantly rude and right in front of people's faces. I just snapped. I just didn't think I could take it anymore. Summer, do you think that your in-laws' house is somewhere you can behave however you like? Did you always act this selfishly when you were living at your parents' house? Though having met your mother, I do have a feeling that she had something to do with this. It's very clear that she spoiled you rotten, and because of that, you haven't been able to grow up properly and learn how to behave around other people. I know that you're her precious only child, but that really isn't an excuse for this kind of behavior at your age. Linda, please. I know you're angry, but let's not drag Summer's mother into this, shall we? Summer, why don't the two of us go out and have a proper chat to clear things up? I'll just change out of these clothes because they're all covered in flour, but I'll only be 1 second. Oh, goodness. I really don't know what to do with you, Summer. Well, if you want to go around saying that I'm an evil mother-in-law, go ahead. I don't even care at this point. You're the one who pushed me over the edge. I only ever intended to be nothing but nice to you.
What's going on here? I brought the flour and icing sugar that you asked for, Mom. Why is the atmosphere so frosty in here? I was only gone 10 minutes. What on earth happened while I was gone?
Honey, please take care of your mom for a second. I need to talk to Summer. Your mom is really angry right now, and it might take a while to calm her down.
People always say that it's hard for a mother-in-law and daughter-in-law to get along, but I always tried so hard. I never thought in a million years that I would have to deal with a situation like this. Oh my goodness. I feel faint.
This isn't how things were supposed to go. I did everything that Susie said I should do, but I definitely did not get the results I wanted.
I think this is our first time ever having a chat, just the two of us, isn't it, Summer? I'm sorry if things are a bit awkward. Maybe I should have made more of an effort to get closer to you before now. Anyway, I do hope we can be friends.
Oh, please don't feel awkward. That will just make me feel more awkward.
I'll just cut to the chase then, shall I? Why do you always make such a show of not lifting a finger to help with anything around the house when we're all at Linda and Gary's place? Is it because you felt like you were doing work below your station? Did you think that it was going to ruin your image as a strong career woman?
No, that's not really it. Well, to be honest, I just never understood why I should be expected to do something at their house that I never did at my parents' house.
Oh, right? And what about your ideas about how certain people should be doing the housework and others shouldn't? You said that I should be doing more housework because I'm on maternity leave, and that you shouldn't be doing anything because you're a busy working woman, didn't you? Well, eventually I am going to go back to work, you know. When I'm back at work, and when you have a baby and have to take maternity leave, then surely by your logic, you should be the one doing all the chores then.
Excuse me?
I don't know how things were in your house while you were growing up, but I have a feeling that your mother was the one doing all the housework by herself. Did you not feel a little sorry for her? Or did you think that that's how things were meant to be and take it for granted? But in this family, there are lots of us. There's Linda, Gary, me, George, Callum, and you. That makes 6 adults. Surely it's better to use those numbers to our advantage and make it so one person doesn't have to deal with the burden of doing everything around the house. If you split a task like washing the dishes between a few of us, it ends up really not being that hard.
Well, you do have a point, but...
I know that we never really had many chances to meet up until now because the timing was never right. So I can't say that I know you very well on a personal level. But I always thought you seemed like you were a really nice girl, even if you were a bit misguided about some things. But today, I'm really disappointed in you.
Oh, well, that's just because I really don't know how to bake.
I told you, I didn't know how to do it either at first. I'm still not great at it. But that's not the point. The point was just doing something nice for Linda and spending some quality time with her. It really wasn't something worth making such a fuss over, you know? It wasn't cool for you to act like that in front of Linda. She is your husband's mom, after all. And if you love him, you should have some level of respect for her. It's not like she's constantly ordering you around and making unreasonable requests of you. She asked you to do one thing that was, let's be honest, quite low effort. But you thought yourself too high and mighty to even do that.
Well, I may have been wrong, but...
You acting like this affects all of us, you know. We're a family now, and maintaining a good relationship with family is something really important, don't you think? Things like housework, cooking, cleaning, doing the dishes. Yes, they may seem like tiny things, but if they don't get done, it's actually pretty inconvenient, isn't it? Even if you order takeout, you still need to clean up afterwards, don't you?
Well, yeah.
You know that we've all been quite considerate towards you, right? Everyone has actually been quite respectful of your adamant refusal to lift a finger around the house. I've noticed Linda and Gary taking extra special care when it comes to you, you know. They kept making all sorts of excuses for you. Things like, oh, she's like this because she lived abroad for a long time and she's not used to the way we do things here. Or, oh, it's because she's an only child and she was spoiled a little bit by her mother. But today you really crossed a line. And even Linda felt like she couldn't carry on making excuses for you.
But I heard that if you're too good to your in-laws, you end up getting ordered around by them.
The things that young people believe these days. It's actually quite ridiculous. Look at me saying that as if I'm some kind of grandma. It's not like I'm even that much older than you. If you keep thinking so narrow-mindedly, you're going to end up becoming a very disrespectful person that nobody wants to be around. I'm only saying all of this because I want to help you out. I don't want to fall out with you over this, okay?
Rose, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you were such an amazing businesswoman.
The fact that that's what you're apologizing for right now just shows me that you don't understand the situation at all and you weren't properly listening to anything I just said. That just makes me think that if I wasn't a CEO and I was actually a full-time housewife, you would feel like there was no need to apologize to me at all. Isn't that right?
No, of course that's not the case.
I feel like you really need to do some self-reflection and figure out exactly what it was that you did wrong in this situation. I think you need to apologize to Linda as well, you know. She's such a lovely person. And I know that mothers-in-law typically aren't the evil witches that they used to be painted out to be, but there are still a lot of mothers-in-law out there that treat their daughters-in-law unfairly. We are so lucky to have Linda as our mother-in-law. And I don't think you really appreciate that at all, do you? There are very few people out there with her level of patience and understanding. For her to lose her cool and snap at you today just goes to show how far you pushed her. I've never seen her that angry before. I'm going to head back to her now. But if you really hate baking that much, you don't need to come with me.
Rose, wait! Oh gosh, what should I do? This is not how I wanted things to end up. Kelly, what should I do?
Did you meet up with Susie by any chance?
No, Susie clearly gives terrible advice. She said that if I was too nice to my in-laws, they would end up taking me for granted and order me around. So she told me to take a stand. And I did. But it didn't end up the way I thought it would at all.
Oh, for goodness sake. I'm so annoyed that I was sick that day and couldn't meet up with you guys. If I was there, I could have stopped Susie from going off on a tangent and lecturing you about this ridiculous in-law stuff again. I know for sure that Courtney wouldn't have had the courage to tell her to shut up. I guess it hasn't been that long since you got back from overseas, so you don't actually know about Susie's real situation.
What do you mean?
It was a shotgun marriage because she got pregnant. Her in-laws were so ashamed by the situation that they refused to welcome her into their home. She's living off her own money right now and is struggling to even pay rent. Her mother-in-law makes her come over whenever she wants and orders her around, saying it's the least she can do for stealing her precious son away from her.
Wait, what? So she's doing the exact thing that she told me a million times not to do? How can she be so hypocritical?
It's because she's jealous of you, that's why. You're in an ideal situation with a great husband and a lovely mother-in-law. And to be honest, Summer, you're a bit naive. And she knows that you'll believe anything that's said to you if it's said with a bit of conviction. But I guess it's not your fault that you ended up like this. Your mom always tried her best to shelter you from the bad parts of the world, after all. Even dramas these days are full of dark content, though. So I am surprised that you've managed to live such an oblivious life up until now.
But what should I do now, Kelly? How can I show my face in front of my in-laws again? Surely they all hate me now. I made myself look like a total idiot.
I mean, what's done is done. I don't really see what else is left to do except apologize and hope that they're willing to forgive you. It's definitely not something worth getting a divorce over or anything like that. It sounds like your mother-in-law and sister-in-law are really nice and understanding people. So I'm sure they'll be willing to turn over a new leaf if you show them that you're really sorry. If you explain yourself properly and show them that you're really repenting, I'm sure they will be willing to hear you out.
Thanks for saying that. But how can you be sure? You're not married, so how do you know about these things?
Oh, honey. I have 2 older brothers who are both married. I've seen their wives' relationships with my mom firsthand. I've even had to step in a few times and stop her from being too hard on them. Seriously, your mother-in-law sounds like she's an angel towards you compared to how my mom is towards them. So I think everything will be okay. You really have won the jackpot and got the world's nicest mother-in-law, it seems.
But I seriously think that I've made her hate me after this. Even I would find it hard to forgive me after I said all those things. I really should have taken a second to think and not listen to all of Susie's advice as if it were gospel. Everything is ruined, Kelly!
I wouldn't say that it's ruined at this point, Summer. There's still time for you to go and put things right. Why don't you go over to your in-laws' place right now, apologize, and then help them with the baking? You could even offer to help out with dinner after that. I'm sure that will leave a good impression on them.
They won't think I'm a pushover and start taking advantage of me, will they?
If you keep worrying about things like that, the person who will end up suffering the most is you. Keeping track of every single little chore that you feel like you shouldn't be doing is going to be more exhausting than it's worth. And if they do start taking you for granted and think you're a pushover, then you can actually start feeling like the victim. But for now, Summer, I'm afraid you do have to face up to the fact that you're not the victim in this situation. I do understand how you wouldn't have known how to approach this, though, considering your situation.
Well, I guess it's because I'm an only child and so are my mom and dad, so not only do I have no siblings, I have no cousins either. I feel like I do lack knowledge of how to navigate family relationships outside my parents, because it's something I've never had to do growing up. And I didn't have the advantage of seeing how older siblings and older cousins dealt with married life, so I don't really have any examples to go off.
I think you're just stalling now, Summer. Go ahead and apologize to your in-laws. The sooner you do it, the better. I think I've given all the advice I can give you now. Good luck. I'm sure they'll be willing to forgive you. Oh, the high and mighty Summer has come crawling back now, has she? What could you possibly want to say to the likes of us lowly women who do housework? I have nothing left to say to you. Hurry up and go home already.
I came to help you with the baking, Linda.
Oh, no. I would hate to force you to do something that you didn't want to do. Mom, it's a bit harsh to turn her away without hearing her out, don't you think? I think we should at least give her a chance to apologize and explain herself. Don't you agree? Fine. But I'm only doing this for your sake. I don't want to let her in at all. I can't believe I'm actually going to listen to her excuses. Come on in.
Linda, Rose, I've come here to apologize. I'd like to help you with the baking, if that's okay.
Come on in and get changed into something more comfortable. You can borrow something of mine.
Thank you so much. Oh!
Are you okay, Summer? Did you get some flour in your eye?
Yeah, it must be the flour in my eyes.
Hang in there, we're almost finished. Only a couple more batches now. We got quite a bit done while you were gone, so we're on the home stretch now. Do feel free to take a break if you need one, though.
Oh no, it's fine. You guys have done so much work already. I want to pull my weight properly and see it through to the end. I'm sure you two have worked twice as hard as me already.
It's fine. Honestly, it looks like the flour got up your nose as well.
Honey, could you grab that box of finished cakes over there?
Oh, yeah, of course. Summer, why don't you take this box to your parents' house? I'm sure they'd love to try the cakes their daughter helped make.
For me and my parents? Are you sure?
Of course! You said you don't bake often, so we thought it would be nice if you take some cakes with you. Also give Callum a call, and if he's finished with work, he can come over and we can all eat some together. If he's still busy, I can give you another box to take back for him as well. Callum has a sweet tooth and loves these kinds of cupcakes, so I'm sure he'd love to have some for dessert tonight. Why are you looking at me like that? Don't tell me you don't eat cake, Summer!
Oh, no, I do eat cake.
Oh, that's good to hear. After all, I think there isn't really anybody in the world who doesn't like cake, no matter how health-conscious they seem to be. See? Baking altogether wasn't that hard in the end, was it? It definitely wasn't worth making a fuss over, but I'm sure you realize that now. Anyway, I'm pleased that you decided to help us in the end, so I won't say another word about what happened earlier for now. Now, I'll head to the kitchen and start washing the dishes. You guys have already cleaned away all the garbage for me, so you've done more than enough. Thank you. Oh no, Mom. We can't let you do the dishes all by yourself. We'll help. Summer, why don't you get changed back into your normal clothes and give Callum a call? I think my mom really has calmed down now, hearing her talk like that.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to hold a grudge against you. Go on, go and get changed. Oh, goodness. Weaning Sophie and getting her to eat baby food is a lot harder than I thought it would be. Hello? Who is it? Oh, Summer! It's nice to hear from you. How are you doing?
Don't sound so surprised. Well, Callum and I are having a housewarming party, and we were wondering if you and George would like to come. It's this weekend. Do you have time?
Oh, wow. I was beginning to think we'd never be invited over to your house.
I really want to show you guys how sorry I am for how I acted before. I know that my actions were wrong, and I will apologize 1,000,000 times over if I have to. So, what do you say? Will you come over?
Okay, sure. I'll make sure to make some time, especially at the weekend. Thank you for the invite. I'm looking forward to it.
Yay! I'm so excited that you guys will be coming. I'll see you at the weekend then. Bye for now.
Why do I feel like she's planning something and this isn't the end of Nightmare Summer? Oh well, let's just go over to her place and see.
It's really not anything special, but I hope you enjoy your dinner.
Oh my goodness, Summer! Did you really make all this by yourself? I never thought I'd see the day that you would cook for all of us. It really does feel like a special occasion.
Well, there's a first time for everything. Please take a seat, Linda. I do want to apologize for everything I said back then. I've taken everything that you and Rose said to me into account, and I have come to the realization that I was acting really selfishly.
Mom, Rose, I heard about everything that happened. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, honey. I can talk for myself. It may sound like an excuse, but I don't really have any friends who are married. There's only this one girl in my friendship group who is married, and she told me that if you're too kind to your in-laws, they'll think you're a pushover and start thinking that they can take advantage of you and force you to do housework and things like that. Hearing that, I just got so scared, and I thought that the best thing to do was strongly assert that I wouldn't be taken for a pushover.
But how can you say that you were scared when we never gave you a reason to be? I do think it's a bit much to have formed such a strong opinion just because one friend told you a bit of a horror story. What did you think? That I was the witch from Hansel and Gretel and I was going to eat you?
Linda, at least hear her out a little, please.
And then I fell into a bit of an internet rabbit hole after searching up how to navigate your relationship with your in-laws. There were all these awful stories about tyrannical mothers-in-law and horrible fathers-in-law. It just made me more afraid of how you guys might treat me. Of course, forming these misconceptions is entirely my fault, and I will own up to that. I know that just saying a few words and cooking a dinner for you isn't going to make up for everything I've done. But I just wanted to let you know that I am so incredibly sorry for all of this.
There, you have your apology. Are you happy now, Mom? You know that Summer is a lovely girl and she never had any bad intentions. Oh, I know that, son. She may be a bit immature, but I'm a good judge of character, and I do know that she never had malicious intentions. I did always think it was a bit strange that she so stubbornly persisted with this high and mighty attitude, and it did always make me feel a bit awkward. However, I do know how easy it must be to form a misconception about these things. I see all these TV dramas that come out these days, and they always seem to involve mothers-in-law mistreating their daughters-in-law in some way or another. I didn't know you were a fan of watching shows like that, Linda. Of course! It's fun to watch some silly drama every now and again. It helps you escape from real life. Although somebody's life must be like that to some extent for them to imagine such things. There must be all sorts of terrible mothers-in-law out there. You always see them ordering their poor daughters-in-law around like a domestic servant. And of course, the ones that can't let go of their precious sons. I always swore that I would never become that kind of mother-in-law. And I always tried to go out of my way to make you girls feel comfortable.
Wow, you really are the best, Linda. We are very lucky to have you as our mother-in-law.
Oh, stop. You do flatter me.
Summer, let's not dwell too much in the past, and let's all move forward from this. We can see this party as a fresh start. What do you say?
I'm just so sorry, everyone.
Wait, why are you crying? We just sorted everything out.
It's just that I can't bear the thought that I made such lovely people like you and Linda into villains in the narrative I had going on in my head. The situation was entirely caused by me and my silly misunderstandings. I just feel so bad that I hurt both you and Linda with my words and actions. I'm just so sorry. You know that I don't really think all those horrible things I said on the day that we were baking, right?
Of course I know. I know that you were just trying your best to look tough and stand your ground, so you thought it would be best to say extreme things to get your point across. Honestly, Summer, there's no need to cry about it. As we said, it's all water under the bridge.
I just never had any family outside my mom and dad, and I just didn't know how to behave around you guys. I wasn't sure what the relationship dynamics between us all were meant to be like. It's also my first time seeing my flaws so clearly for what they are, and I think I'm just feeling a little overwhelmed about it.
Oh yeah, Summer. Please don't cry. I'm a sentimental old woman, you see. And if I see someone crying, I start tearing up as well.
Linda, you too? What on earth has gotten into you two? It looks like you're a bit of a crybaby under that tough exterior, aren't you, Summer? You must have been holding in all these big emotions for a long time, weren't you? There. Come on now. Let's hurry up and start eating before the food gets too cold.
Yes, please eat up. It's all homemade, so I really hope you guys like it. I'm not the best cook in the world, so I'm not sure if it will be to your taste.
It's really tasty, though. Thanks for cooking for us, Summer. It's honestly super delicious.
Honey, were you eating the whole time we were having that conversation? Never mind. Let's all tuck in.
Ouch! This is hot. I keep burning my fingers.
Oops, sorry. It hasn't been long out of the oven, so make sure you use your oven gloves to pick up the tray. We usually only just have the one turkey at Christmas, and I'm really grateful that you bought us an extra one. But maybe it was overkill after all.
I'm sorry. My mom told me it would be a good idea to buy a turkey for our first Christmas together. Especially because the family has gotten bigger with Callum coming back from abroad, me marrying in, and Sophie being born. I guess Sophie is a little too small to be eating turkey.
Oh dear. I see you're struggling there, Summer. Give that turkey to me.
It's really lovely to see you trying so hard, though, Summer. It was a really lovely sentiment to get an extra turkey.
And George loves turkey and will probably eat half of one all to himself. So it's probably a good thing that we have more.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying, but it feels like I actually ended up being more of an inconvenience than a help.
No, don't say that. You've been a great help so far.
I just really want to make up for all the times that I just sat around and didn't do anything before. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm overcompensating. Did I do the wrong thing, Linda?
Of course not. We're so grateful for you bringing more food to the table. It's Christmas after all. It's supposed to be a feast. It's just nice to be surrounded by family and get into the holiday spirit.
But, Linda, there really is too much food. It probably won't all fit on the table.
Oh, it's fine. All the boys will eat a ton of food, I'm sure. Everyone, come on in here and help me out a little. Did you call me, Mom? Could you take this chopping board over there and peel the potatoes? Everyone has to contribute to the Christmas dinner prep, okay? Hi, Linda. I'm here. What's all this, calling me and Summer over for a special dinner? Well, I know you're having a hard time at work and Summer is entering her 3rd trimester. I thought you two deserved a break and I took it upon myself to treat you both. And I thought it would be nice for just us girls to have some time together. So I called you here without saying anything to the boys. They can go and get takeout or go to a restaurant or whatever, while we have our secret girly time.
That does sound like a lot of fun. How are you feeling these days, Summer?
I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking, Rose. Moving around is getting a little difficult because the baby is getting so big. But I'm managing at the moment.
How did you guys get through it?
I know most women go through pregnancy at some point in their lives, but some days it honestly feels like the hardest thing in the whole world. It's okay during the day, but when I'm trying to sleep at night, it's just so uncomfortable.
Yes. I remember when I was at that stage of pregnancy. It really is hard to sleep, isn't it?
Yes, pregnancy and giving birth are incredibly hard. Honestly, every woman who goes through it does deserve a medal. Anyway, come in and sit down. You know I have that friend in Mexico, right? Well, she sent me her healthy burrito bowl recipe, and I prepared some from scratch for you guys.
Really?
Wow, this is going to be so tasty!
Thank you, Linda. You're the best. You know, so many things have been making me feel nauseous since I got pregnant, but I can always happily eat the food that you make, Linda.
I was the same. There's something magical about the food that Linda makes, isn't there? It's a good thing she's always been on hand to cook for you when you feel like you really can't eat anything else.
I know, right? I don't know what I'd do without her. I love you, Linda.
Oh, stop being so soppy and eat your dinner. You'll make me all embarrassed. Seeing you guys like this makes me think about how things were during the first year after you and Callum got married, Summer. You really did cause a scene back then, didn't you?
Oh gosh, Rose. Please don't bring that up. That incident is off limits. Even now, thinking about it makes me want to die of embarrassment.
It's still fun to tease you about it, though. It was all dramatic at the time, but now it's nothing but a funny story to tell. And besides, if we really did decide not to talk about it, it really would become awkward, wouldn't it? It's better to joke about these things, don't you think? By the way, you should be going on maternity leave soon, shouldn't you, Summer? What was it that you said to me when I was on maternity leave back then? All right. You can stop teasing her now, Rose. Okay, I'll be quiet now. It is fun to tease her, though.
Back then, I really was living with an awful misconception about you all.
The incident with Summer taking a hard stance to not be taken as a pushover is something that we can all laugh about now. However, I still have never seen Linda as angry as she was that day. I heard that Summer stopped talking to Susie, the friend who gave her the misguided advice about how to stand up to your in-laws. Now she's just given birth to a healthy baby and has a great relationship with everyone in our family. I'm really grateful for the harmonious atmosphere that our family has, and I'm so happy that both me and Summer now have excellent relationships with our in-laws. I got Summer's consent to upload this story,
as I just thought it would be a funny and entertaining story to share with people, as it's now something that happened years ago for us. I would like to request that people don't leave nasty comments about Summer. I would hate to see her get hurt over something that we've all long forgiven her for. I now think of her as if she's my real younger sister, so I don't want to harm my relationship with her in any way.
Hey, Kathy, do you have a minute? I have something I want to ask you. I was wondering, did you do my laundry yesterday when you stayed over?
Yeah, I did it. You're welcome, by the way.
A bunch of my clothes got messed up in the wash. Do you remember what wash cycle you used? I've never had a problem with them in the past.
Oh, they did? They must have been cheaply made then. If clothes can't be washed in hot water, they need to clearly mark that on a tag or something. It's not my fault they got ruined. Don't try to blame me for cheap clothes getting ruined.
I'm not sure how to say this, but I don't think they were damaged in the washer. It looks like they were messed up with some other way. They're literally torn to shreds. There's no way that could have happened in the wash. I checked. There was nothing sharp in the wash to rip the clothes up like that.
I don't know anything about that. All I did was put them in the washing machine. You're lucky to have a mother-in-law who helps you with your laundry. Maybe if you did your own laundry in the first place, this wouldn't have happened. The fault lies with you.
I would, but you always get mad at me when I do my own laundry.
You need to take the initiative on these sorts of things. If I get mad, just deal with it. Stop being so spoiled.
I'm sorry. There's just a tendency for my clothes to get destroyed or go missing every time you happen to stay with us. I just wanted to ask and see if you knew why that might be happening. You're saying you don't know anything, right?
Stop accusing me. I don't know anything about that. You probably just lost the clothes on your own. You're clumsy like that. I wouldn't put it past you. Why would I mess with your clothes? What do I benefit from that?
You have a tendency to think I never do things good enough. I've seen you secretly adding spices to meals I've cooked before I serve them. I'm sure you have good intentions, but it makes me feel like I'm never doing anything right.
Are you so proud that seeing people add a little extra salt in a dish you made makes you feel inferior? Everyone adds their own preferred amount. Maybe your preferred seasoning is a little unusual. Have you ever considered that? Besides, do you really think I have the time to nitpick every little thing you do wrong?
I just sense an air of hostility from you from time to time. I feel like I disappoint you, that you think I'm not good enough for your son.
I've never said anything that should make you feel that way. Are you really that hell-bent on making me a bad guy? Or perhaps you just have a victim complex. Do you want to be a victim that badly?
How do you explain my laundry then?
Your clothes are cheaply made. If simply washing them destroys them, then you shouldn't be buying that junk in the first place. Oh, daughters-in-law are so sensitive these days, you can't tease them at all anymore. You guys have it good. It was brutal back in my day.
I guess I won't get an honest answer out of you.
Do you have some sort of proof that I destroyed your clothes intentionally?
Of course, I don't have something like that.
Of course you don't. This is all in your head. Always the victim, huh? No one is going to believe your far-fetched stories anyways. Especially my son. I know he will take my side on this.
You think my husband would take your side in this?
Of course he would. He always tells me how personable I am. He knows I would never do something like this, especially not picking on his own wife. He thinks way too highly of me for that. This is a you problem. It'll remain that way until you just move on and get over it.
Hey, where you at? Are you out shopping right now or something?
Yeah, your mom asked me if I would pick some things up for her. I should be back in like 15 minutes or so. What's up? Do you need me to grab you something while I'm out?
Nah, it's nothing like that.
Did your mom say something? Is she mad I'm not back yet? If she is, tell her I'll be back soon.
There's something I've been meaning to ask you. Can you put a pause on shopping for a moment and just focus on our conversation? I don't want you to be distracted.
Oh, sure. Are you upset about something?
Yes, I'm pretty irritated right now.
I'm sorry. What happened?
I'd like to confirm something.
Sure, what's that?
Remember when you swang by my folks' place earlier today and had tea with us? You were in a hurry to get your shopping done for the day, so you didn't stay long. But you, my mom, and I sat together to have tea, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You weren't the one that made the tea, right? My mom made it, right?
That's right.
Thanks for clearing that up. Don't go to my parents' house again.
What about all the groceries?
We don't need them. Just go straight to our house.
Do you want to explain why should I just go straight home? If your mom doesn't get her groceries, it'll make her angry, especially when she's relying on me to get them for her.
I don't care about the groceries. I don't want to hear about them anymore. Seriously, it's fine. Just head home. Get your stuff packed. We are moving.
We are? Where is this coming from all of a sudden? Why would we do that? Wait, don't tell me. Are you kicking me out? I must have done something to make you mad. I did, didn't I?
Calm down. I know how the situation looks, but that isn't the case. I'm definitely mad, but not at you.
Oh, that's good to hear. I just assumed as much when you told me to pack my things. You aren't trying to get in a divorce with me or anything, right? I'm really happy with us. I don't want to be driven away.
It's nothing like that. I'm happy with us too.
Can you explain then, please?
I'm sorry for all that I've put you through recently. I want to apologize for ever doubting you. I had no idea what was going on.
Are you talking about in regards to your mom?
Yeah, I am.
You finally realize it then, huh? Thank you for that. What finally tipped you off?
Does she always treat you so poorly? When did all of this start?
Pretty much right after we got married. It's been going on for a long time.
I'm sorry you've been dealing with this on your own the whole time.
You had mentioned that there was something about the tea that made you realize what was really going on. Care to explain?
I probably should.
Sorry, did you drink the tea? Was there something weird about it?
I didn't drink it, mainly because I noticed something was off before I drank it.
I had actually noticed it too. I was desperate for you to realize it on your own though. Honestly, I was completely shocked when I saw it. I never thought she would go that far. I never realized she hated me that much.
I had no idea either. I was in disbelief. I would have never realized it on my own either.
It's been so hard on me for so long. I thought it was something I could handle on my own, but I was wrong. I confronted her about it several times. I just didn't want to get you involved if I didn't have to.
I can't believe that she had the gall to try something like that right in front of my face. She's gotten rather bold.
She has indeed. I think it's because she thought no matter what, you would take her side, even if she did something unforgivable. She figured you would always be her greatest ally.
She's an idiot for thinking like that. I'm obviously going to take my wife's side in this. I vow to do a better job in keeping you safe from here on out.
Where are you at? I'm tired of waiting. You were supposed to go to the supermarket up the street and head straight back. How could you possibly screw that up?
Sorry, I actually already went back home.
And why would you do that? I don't care that you went home, but you didn't deliver my groceries. What am I supposed to do now?
Your son told me to head straight home and not worry about the groceries. He asked me to not stop by your place anymore.
Oh, is he finally getting rid of you? That's hilarious. How did you screw up this time? I guess he wanted to be able to finally relax with us without having to constantly babysit you. Oh, he's a smart boy.
I don't think that's it.
Then why would he send you home?
He wasn't trying to drive me away. He asked me to go home to keep me safe.
Safe from what? Explain yourself.
When we were over earlier, you made us tea, right? Thanks for the hospitality.
Ah, that. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I wouldn't say that. I never even had one sip of that tea.
I noticed you left a full cup of it. That's quite rude. It's a real shame that you didn't drink any of it. I was really hoping you would.
Sorry that your prank didn't work out for you. My cup was the only one that was tampered with, right? I was about to take a sip of it, but I noticed a strange odor.
You're accusing me of tampering with your tea? Where is this coming from? Isn't your sense of smell off? It might explain why all your cooking tastes so bad. You're so disrespectful. After I went through all the trouble of making you tea, you didn't even drink it. Who raised you? Clearly they did a poor job, whoever it was.
I actually swapped teas with my husband.
You did what?
I felt bad for doing that to him, but he had to know. There's no way he wouldn't have smelled that something was off if he actually tried to drink it. I would have stopped him. Fortunately, that wasn't the case. He noticed that you put something in the tea right away.
You're lying, aren't you?
Your son called me while I was out shopping. We discussed everything. He sees everything much more clearly now.
What do you mean by everything?
All the teasing you've put me through? That everything.
I have never done anything to pester you. I have been nothing but nice to you. Don't ruin my reputation with your fanciful thinking.
It's true that I can't prove anything. You do a good job of ensuring that you leave no evidence behind. Unfortunately for you, you won't be able to talk your way out of this one.
Even supposing there was a weird smell, that isn't evidence of anything. Perhaps the tea leaves were just spoiled and I didn't notice. It wasn't an intentional act. It was just an accident, that's all.
That sort of smell wouldn't arise from some rotten tea leaves. It had the smell of a dirty washcloth. Did you squeeze the liquid into a cup and call it tea? If the leaves were that rotten, then the other cups would have had traces of that smell too.
How am I supposed to know? I don't understand the scientific explanation for why a tea might stink. So what exactly are you accusing me of?
Before I left to go shopping, I peeked into your kitchen. There was a dirty washcloth left right next to the teapot. It looked thoroughly wrung out.
I only use that to clean. I always wring the rag out in the sink after I use it. The teapot just happened to be nearby the sink at the time. Would you stop with all these baseless accusations?
At the very least, you can't deny that the tea you served was not drinkable. Your son noticed this. He sent me home on my own while he figured out what to do next.
Why would he do that?
I imagine things are going to get unpleasant for you soon. He's pissed. You better prepare yourself for quite the ear beating.
He's pissed off?
He told me that what you did was absolutely unforgivable. Even if you get down on your knees and beg, he won't forgive you. Mom? You still there? Is something the matter? You stopped responding all of a sudden.
It's Rick. I took Mom's phone for a minute.
Rick, what's going on? Where's your mom at?
She bolted as soon as she saw my face. She even dropped her phone on the way out. She was in quite the rush. She's unbelievable. Running away is practically an admission of guilt for all the terrible things that she's been doing.
She ran from her own son? I guess she realized she really messed up this time.
I'm gonna go look for her. I still want to talk to her. She isn't gonna make it very far with that hip of hers. I'm sure she's just down the street somewhere. If she aggravates it, I'll be sure to help her ice it, so don't worry about her.
I appreciate it. She's lucky to have a reliable son like you.
I haven't been the most reliable lately, but that all changes now. I can't believe she'd run away over this, though. She doesn't know when to give up. I just want her to explain herself. If I'm too easy on her, I fear the message won't get through, though.
I think she just always assumed you would be on her side no matter what. She probably doesn't know how to handle it now that you aren't. Maybe she thinks this is how all mother-in-laws act, that tormenting their daughter-in-law is the norm.
Maybe that's true. She can be quite personable, though. It's easy to be deceived into thinking that she's really sweet and a caring person. It's why I had such a hard time believing you. She does a good job of putting up airs. However, deep down, she clearly holds some resentful feelings. Based off my experience of her, I would have never thought she was the type of person who would bully her daughter-in-law.
I imagine she will yield if you explain it like that. I'll leave the rest up to you. Don't go too easy on her now.
Don't worry, I won't. Even if she starts bawling her eyes out, I won't let her get off without consequence.
Even still, I can't believe she just bolted when she saw your face. What do you look like now? Still angry? It must have been pretty terrifying for her to run.
Don't you worry, it's a face you'll never have to see.
I appreciate you being so upset on my behalf.
I don't want this to take all day. I'm gonna go find her and get back as soon as I can. Would you mind making dinner and waiting for me?
Gladly. I appreciate everything you're doing for me. I'll be sure to have your favorites ready and waiting for you. There's one thing I'd like to request, though.
I'm all ears.
It's always been, really hard for me whenever we visit your mom, even at the beginning. However, I never wanted to worry you with it, so I never brought it up before. It's not like I had any concrete evidence of anything wrong she'd been doing. Due to that, I always thought your mom would be able to get away with anything.
I'm really sorry that you've been dealing with all of that on your own. If only I had noticed a bit earlier, a lot of hardships could have been prevented. She truly crossed a line I never thought she would by tampering with your tea.
It's the first time I've really stood up to her. I'm sure she's furious about all of this. To be honest, I didn't really have to do anything. We just swapped cups. However, I don't think your mom will see it that way. Besides, there are things I can't forgive your mom for, like all the times she's destroyed my clothes because she thought they were cheap looking.
I don't blame you for being angry or swapping the teacup. You had to make me understand somehow. I don't know if I ever would have realized my mom's ill will otherwise.
I want your mom to feel the same pain she put me through. I don't think I can accept it if she gets off with just a slap on the wrist. She's put me through so much, that wouldn't be fair. I want her to truly understand how terrible she's been to me. She needs to be cornered and confronted. She needs to feel sufficient fear in order for the message to get across.
I can do that. It's the least I could do. I'll do anything within reason to make your rage subside. She deserves every bit of that and more.
Do you mind if we talk for a minute? I wasn't doing those things in order to be mean. Please, believe me. My son made it clear to me I was in the wrong. I've been thoroughly reprimanded. In addition, I've been able to think about how I treated you over the past month.
Why are you bringing this up to me? What do you want?
I haven't heard from my son in over a month. Would you ask him to respond to my texts, please?
We've talked about it together. He doesn't want to respond to your text messages anymore.
Why is that?
He figured it would be the best way to punish you for what you did. He knows not responding is really getting under your skin.
I've been punished enough already, haven't I? Can we move on already? Besides, he lectured me for God knows how many hours. He made his point. Even though I was crying, he made me call you and apologize over the phone, didn't he? What more do you want?
Did you think all would be forgiven after one lecture? You aren't going to get off that easily. If an apology was sufficient enough, he wouldn't have needed to get the police involved.
What sort of punishment do you think is sufficient?
Being cut off. My husband is cutting you off. He won't be in contact with you anymore moving forward. By the way, we've already moved far away from you.
You did what? When did that happen?
We moved the last box just a few days ago. Trying to get everything arranged last minute was challenging. However, we were able to find a good moving company that made the process as painless as possible. Of course, we won't be sharing our new address with you.
I can't believe he'd go as far as cutting me off. It's true that I did some mean things to you, but isn't he overreacting a bit? I didn't do anything that terrible.
This is his way of making things right. He came to the decision on his own. He was beyond frustrated that he never realized you'd been bullying me all these years. That's why he cut things off with you. He's doing it as a means of showing me how much he loves me.
I'm sorry. I never meant for things to be this way.
What are you sorry for?
I've done a lot of terrible things to you. I really am sorry.
Do you think if I forgive you that I will put in a good word with your son? That I'll recommend he talk to you again? I'm not soft enough to do something like that.
This is serious. Cutting me off is unacceptable. It's not like anything I did physically harmed you in any way.
There actually was some real damage done. I've built up a ton of stress dealing with you over the years. It's giving me stomach ulcers. I think your son wants to say one last thing to you before finally cutting you off. I'm going to give him the phone.
Mom, it's me. As my wife said, I'm cutting ties with you. I don't want to see you ever again.
I never did anything bad enough to warrant this kind of reaction. You've punished me enough, haven't you?
Sadly, it's not that simple. The harm that you've done to my wife won't just simply disappear overnight. She's going to have to live with it for the rest of her life. I think this is an appropriate punishment for your misdeeds. Bye, Mom.
As he said, that is goodbye from me as well.
Why do I have to accept this absurd decision the two of you made?
Is it any surprise your son has moved on? You're a horrible person. You are a rotten woman to your core. I'm sure you thought no one would ever accuse you of being the type of person who would torment their own daughter-in-law for fun. However, now that your son is gone, it's going to be a lot harder for you to act innocent. Good luck explaining why your own son cut you off. I don't know what Kathy has been up to since our last conversation. Our home phone number was changed after she moved, and both me and Rick blocked her number on our cell phones. She has truly been completely cut off. Rick said he wants to get a lot closer with my family. We've been spending a lot more time at my parents' home as of late. However, regardless of how awful your parent might be, cutting them off completely is no easy task. In order to do so, Rick had to make quite the difficult decision, a decision he was doing for me. I really appreciate him doing it. I can't imagine how hard it's been for him, but our relationship has never been stronger as a result. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button to see more content like this.